it's Sophie. I wanted to do a quick video for you tonight. I actually filmed one, but I just haven't got around to editing it yet. So I'm doing that, that's why there's been a bit of a break, but I thought I'd just bring you a quick one today. So we're going to be running through some of the books that I have unhauled. This has been over the past sort of about 3 months, I would have said, that I have slowly done. I have shown you some earlier that I did for the first part, and then there were some that went sort of in a slightly different camp that I wasn't sure if I was going to get rid of or not, and these are the ones that I have decided to. There's a fair few, but you know, in reality it's not, doesn't sort of mean that much cost to me, and I am willing to send them to people if they'd like that, but I would say 1 book per person probably, and you'd need to be in the UK for me to do that. Okay, so the first ones are these ones here. So those are 5 of the Jo Nesbø books. I haven't read any of them, and basically the reason for me unhauling these is that they were a present from my ex-boyfriend a while ago, like we're talking years ago, and I just didn't read them at the time. He gave them to me just before we broke up, and they just sort of, they're meh books and they don't have a particularly like good story with them, so I just thought I'll just get rid of them, and if I ever do want to read them, I'm sure I can get them from a library. They're not like really hard to find books or anything, they're just standard paperbacks. And then the next book is Totally Wired by Andrew Smith. So this is a book that I thought I would be really interested in, and perhaps might be if I was in a slightly different frame of mind at the moment, but I'm just not feeling it, and it's just not that interesting to me. It's basically about a guy who built a sort of .com industry, and the internet had a bit of a crash in terms of what they expected, didn't quite happen, and it's about him sort of going from this life of having everything, having sports cars from this one website, to having nothing. But yeah, I'm not that into it at the moment, so I'm going to get rid of it, and if I do ever want to read it, I'm sure I can either pick it back up again or go to the library. And the next one is The Kill Order by James Dashner. I read the full Maze Runner trilogy and didn't like it all that much, but I bought all of them in like a pack and got rid of the box and stuff. So I had this one with me too, which is, I think it's like a prequel. But because I didn't enjoy the series that much, and people have spoken to me, I think it was Clockwork Kitten who said that she didn't like it, and no one's really said like, oh no, it's amazing, you know, you need to read it to understand it, so yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one. And the next one is Terms of Enlistment by Marcus Claus. So yeah, I spoke sort of in one of my last videos about how I've sort of learned I like a very specific kind of sci-fi, and that this just isn't it. And I didn't really want to hold on to it anymore. I don't think I'm going to enjoy reading it at the moment. And there's so much out there that I do want to read. I don't want to be making myself read something that isn't right at the minute, and nor do I really want to be holding on to it for ages. It's got sort of good reviews, but it's not like blow your mind, like, you know, if it was like The Martian or whatever, then of course I'd keep it even if I was like, meh, sci-fi. But it's just sort of okay sci-fi from what I've heard, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And the last book is The Unincorporated Man by Daniel Eli Collin. So this one isn't very similar. I bought it I think at the same time, just felt like some really high sci-fi, so I was reading a bit more high sci-fi and found out that I just don't really like it that much. So yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of this one for very similar reasons. So in total that's 9 books that I've unhauled. As I said, if you do want to get one of them, you are in the UK, I'm perfectly happy to send it to you. Just comment down below and then we can message so we can get your address. Obviously if you are under the age of 18, make sure that your parents know that you're giving me your address, but beyond that we should be fine. I should be filming a June wrap up tomorrow, so I will see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.